Okay, welcome to Russia turn 3. Still not at war, so next turn I should be starting to have some combat moves actually. So for my purchases, for 10, I'm buying 2 infantry and an artillery. My tech got rolled out of 5, so I'm buying an artillery, and my tech is 9, so I bank 1 for that 10 there. And then I for 18, I'm getting 6 infantry. We'll move over to my non-combat moves, starting up here by Japan. I'm going to be taking 1 infantry, leaving it here. The rest, so 5, 10, 15, 16, 17 infantry, and the 2 anti-aircraft guns will be moving to Bertia. Then, coming over here to Moscow, I'll be railing 1 artillery using the Trans-Siberian Railway to Bertia over there, due to the Japanese threat on my border there. We'll continue my moves up there. The sub in C zone 127 will go 1, 2 to C zone 125 off the coast of Norway there. Convoy the Germans if they attack. My 2 tanks in Leningrad will move to Belarus, and the tank in Smolensk and the 2 mech in Smolensk will also move to Belarus. The infantry and artillery in Leningrad will move to the Baltic states to join my forces down there. These planes will stay there. Going down this way. In Moscow, I'll be railing 1 artillery, 1, 2, or sorry, not artillery, anti-aircraft gun, 1, 2, to the Ukraine, down there to join my Southern Army. Try not to knock pieces over while I do this. In Stalingrad, I have 2 infantry. They're going to be railed 1, 2, 3 up to Tunguska. I don't know how to say that. And then I have 1 tank in Stalingrad, and they'll be moving 1 to Rostov. I think that is all my moves. I'll double check here. Yep, that looks like all I wanted to do. For my place units in the Ukraine, since we're down here, let's start with that. I have 1 artillery and 2 infantry going there. In Stalingrad, I have 3 infantry. In Moscow, I have 1 infantry. And in Leningrad, I have 2 infantry and an artillery. And that'll be all for place units. So for my disposition of forces, come over here. In Amur, I have 1 infantry. In Bertia, I have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17 infantry, 1 artillery, and 2 anti-aircraft guns. Make this level. And Tunguska, I have 2 infantry. In Moscow, I have 1 infantry. In the Caucasus, I have 2 infantry. In Stalingrad, I have 3 infantry. In Rostov, I have 1 tank. In Ukraine, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 artillery, 2 anti-aircraft guns, 1 fighter, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let me double check. 10, 13, yeah, 15 infantry. And in Bessarabia, I have 1 infantry. In Eastern Poland, I have 1 infantry. Move. And then in C-Zone 100, I have a cruiser and a destroyer. Come up here. In Belarus, I have 3 tanks, 2 mech. In the Baltic States, I have 3 artillery, 12 infantry, and 2 anti-aircraft guns. And let me think actually for a second here. I might want to change something. How many infantry does he have there? Just give me a second. What does he have that can hit? I need to think if I actually want to keep those guys in the Baltic state. So 4 infantry. I forget that there's these air transports and you can drop guys in. And scramble those fighters. I don't want to lose all that though. Fear that he could 3 with all those fighters. Bring those 2 fighters. Infantry. Those tanks. You get airborne those guys. I think actually, sorry, I'm going to take this back. All of the units except 1 infantry, I'm going to move into Leningrad from the Baltic states. Sorry if that confuses anyone. But yeah, I don't know if I can. I'm just thinking about what he could all bring in. You bring the infantry from here with that artillery. You get airborne those infantry. And then you could bring the fighter in that. I think I'll just bring them back just to be safe. So, in the Baltic states, I have 1 infantry. Up in Leningrad, I have 10, 11, 12, 13 infantry. 4 artillery, 2 fighters, a tactical bomber, and 2 anti-aircraft guns. Then up in Karelia, I have 3, 4, 5 infantry. I hope everybody's okay with me moving those guys from the Baltic states back to Leningrad. It was technically after my I said I was done with my non-combat, but yeah, if you have a problem with that, I can just move them back. Otherwise, yeah, that'll end my turn. For my money, I'm still at 37, but then I banked $1, so I'll have $38 for next turn. But yeah, so wish Japan luck.